Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Mimi's Fun Time. Today I am going to be reading you Rumpelstiltskin. So grab your pillows and blankets and come on down. And here we go. Rumpelstiltskin. In a country a long way away, there lived a miller. He was proud of his mill, which ground the corn into flour for the people living around about. But he was even prouder of his only daughter. She was a very beautiful girl, and the miller often boasted of her beauty. But sometimes he got carried away and began to boast about things which were not true. For instance, one day he was holding forth on her cleverness and said that his daughter could even spin straw into gold. This, of course, was a lie, because nobody could possibly do such a ridiculous thing, and later on he regretted having said it. But it was too late to put it right. The king of that country, who was particularly fond of money, heard these rumors of the beautiful miller's daughter who could spin straw into gold. He mounted his horse and rode away till he came to the mill by the stream. There he found the miller and his beautiful daughter. They fell in love with each other at first sight, and the king asked her to marry him. She agreed gladly. But the king had not forgotten about the straw being spun into gold. As they rode back to his castle where they were to live as king and queen, the king said to her, "Before we get married, I should like to make sure that you really can spin straw into gold. I shall give you a month's trial, and if all goes well, as I'm sure it will, at the end of the month we'll be married and you shall be my queen." When they reached the castle, the king led her into a little bare room. There was nothing in it but a spinning wheel and a bundle of straw. "Spin this straw into gold by tomorrow morning, my dear," he said, "when I shall come and visit you again." Then he felt and left her alone. The poor girl cried and cried because she had never learned to use a spinning wheel and had no idea how to begin. But suddenly there was a tap, tap at the window. She opened the window, and in came a queer little black thing with a long twirling tail. "Why are you crying?" asked the little black thing. "I'm crying because I have to spin this bundle of straw into gold by tomorrow morning, and I don't know how." "Dry your tears. I'll help you. I'll take away the straw every morning and bring it back spun into gold every night." He began to sing softly. "Round about, lo and behold, reel away, straw into gold." "What do you want for payment?" said the girl. Who do you think the black thing would work for nothing?" "Oh, very little, almost nothing. You just have to guess my name. You can have 3 guesses every night for a month." "And if I don't guess?" asked the girl. "If you don't guess, then you'll have to come away with me and be mine." The girl was almost sure she'd guess his name before the end of the month, with so many chances that she let him take the straw away. Before night, he was back, tapping on the window. He brought the bundle of spun gold with him and laid it on the floor. "Now what is my name?" he asked. "It's John." "No, it isn't." "It's Bill." "No, it isn't." "It's Dick." "No, it isn't." He twirled his tail and flew out of the window. The king was delighted to see the shining gold, and the next day he gave her some more straw to spin. The little black thing took it away as before and brought it back. spun into gold in the evening. This time she gets names out of the Bible. David and Adam and Matthew. But none of these was right. Every day the straw was spun into gold to the great satisfaction of the king. But each day brought the end of the month nearer, and the girl was in despair, especially as the little black thing had a nasty gleam in his eye when he looked at her. On the last evening but one, she guessed the longest name she could think of, having tried most of the short ones. She guessed Archibald and Marmaduke and Percival, but they were not right either. Oh no, horribly his eyes glared and how fast he twirled his tail. There was only one more chance to guess his name. She shivered with fear when she thought of it. She could not bear the idea of spending the rest of her life with the little black thing. That evening the king came out to see her as usual and was just as pleased with the spun gold. Only one more day, he said cheerfully. Then we'll forget all about your spinning, and you shall be my queen and do exactly what you like every day. Now I'm going to have my supper with you so we can talk together. The servants brought in their supper, and as they ate it, the king suddenly burst out laughing. "What's so funny?" asked the girl, who felt more like crying than laughing. "I keep thinking of something strange I saw when I was out hunting," said the king. "When I was riding past the chalk pit, when I heard a peculiar humming sound. So I got off my horse and walked quietly and looked into the pit. What should I see but the funniest little black thing you ever set eyes on. It had a little spinning wheel that whirled around mighty fast, and as it spun, it sang this song. Merrily the feast I make, today I'll brew and tomorrow bake. Merrily I'll dance and sing, for next day will be a stranger bring. Little does my lady dream, Rumpelstiltskin is my name." When the girl heard this, her worries were at an end, but she kept quiet and said nothing to the king. The next day was the very last day of the month. The little black thing fetched a bundle of straw in the morning and tapped on the window in the evening, bringing it back, spun into gold. He was very pleased with himself, and when he looked at her, his eyes glowed like hot coals. "Now, what is my name?" he asked. "Is it Robin?" "No, it isn't." "Is it Bruce?" "No, it isn't." He stretched out his little black hands. "Can it be Rumpelstiltskin?" "Some witch must have told you. You could never have found out by yourself," cried the little man, and he stamped his foot so hard with rage that it went right through the floor, and he was forced to grasp it in both hands and pull it out. He gave a dreadful shriek and flew away out of the window, and no one ever saw him again. The king and the queen lived happily ever after. The end. Well, thank you for joining me for this book, and you just never know what other book we will be reading for next week. So you got to keep watching. You got to subscribe, like, and also share, and find out what the next book will be. And I hope y'all enjoyed this book, and I will catch you next time. Mwah! Bye-bye.